Score, you are going man from the city first and white and shop most of them for umbrella evening brunch. You are going man 20 for the month call up, main people. Miami for the them. Memorial weekend, you don't know Shokubos and one heap of what's later but the other food. So you are going man for out for the vibes. Umbrella, evening brunch. Memorial weekend, Miami. Outside, Shokubos, live.
About it right now, guys. I want to introduce you guys to a black owned juice mix company that is located in Boynton Beach. We want to know if you support them juice them, because to taste it is to love it. Right now, this is the sorrel and it is actually my favorite. If you want to try it out, you can stop by their local store in Boynton Beach, or you can always jump at their website at www.islandsbestjuices.com. First thing first, follow them on Instagram at islandbestjuice.com, just in case I missed out anything in this ads and you never get to see it. When you follow them page, you should be able to get all information there. But it is a great product to try. Say you're running a restaurant, your customers will thank you for these juices. A whole bunch of nutritious and delicious flavors. Right now, like I said, I'm trying the sorrel. They also have like a fruit medley. They have Irish moss, you know that good for you. They have turmeric and ginger, just to name a few, carrot and so on and so forth. They're all up and down the coast in Florida and at different restaurants and different gas stations from Fort Lauderdale, Palm Bay, Deltona, Daytona, Tampa, Sanford, you name it, it is there in different gas stations and different restaurants. In my caption, I am going to put some of the stores that you're able to find it. But Island's Best Juices.
Hi, my name is Taekwondo Tracy, former national 100-meter champion of Jamaica, and you're tuned into Elite Sports TV. Like, share, and subscribe to keep up to date with all of the new and upcoming informations we have to do with, especially corruption in athletics. And turn on the notification bell to get all of the upcoming information that you need.
Hi. I'm Marla Setman, Reggae Girls' top midfielder. Oh, let me start over again. All right. Hi, I'm Marla Setman, Reggae Girls' top midfielder, and you're here on Ryan FC and Elite Sports. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment to keep up all to date with Reggae Girls and Reggae Boys' top news.
My name is Errol Stevens, former international player and reggae boy, and you're watching Elite Sports TV, Ryan, LFC. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to stay up to date to get the latest content on the Reggae Boys football.
Hi, I'm Marla Setman, Reggae Girls' top midfielder. Oh, let me start over again. All right. Hi, I'm Marla Setman, Reggae Girls' top midfielder, and you're here on Ryan FC and Elite Sports. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment to keep up all to date with Reggae Girls and Reggae Boys' top news.
Okay. Hi, this is Yasmin Jameson, Reggae Girls goalkeeper, and you're watching Ryan LFC's YouTube channel. Please like, share, and subscribe.
Hi, my name is Tiffany Cameron, Reggae Girls top striker, and you are watching Ryan LFC YouTube channel. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.
Oh, and them here. This is Boom Boom, aka World Boom, the Billboard selector, and may I represent for Ryan LFC. To get the latest Reggae Boys content, just hit that like and subscribe button. And the Operation Ball Game, I say, knock it, Ryan.
I am Liam Bailey, and you are watching Elite Sports TV. Don't forget to like and subscribe. All right. Enough respect.
Hey guys, Bunny Shaw here with Elite Sports TV. Make sure you like and subscribe and always tune in.
Good evening to everyone down in the comment section. Bless upon yourself, people. Enough love and respect. Big up to Fresh God. Big up to Jaja girl. Big up to everybody down in the comment section. Max City, big up yourself, brother. Enough love and respect. Thanks for being here. Appreciate all of you guys down in the comment section. I want to apologize to the viewers and subscribers. A lot of people has been reaching out to me. I haven't do a live stream for about 3 or 4 days now. I don't think it's so long, but I haven't do a live stream. I think about 3 days or 2 days. I haven't do a live stream. But big up to all of the people them who reach out and thing and to check up on me and I make sure I'm good on all of them thing there. I appreciate all of you guys. Trust me. All of the people them who make phone call because them know if them not see me for a couple nights, 2 nights or 3 nights, everybody are going to call in and thing. But people, to be honest with you know, we're going to get into it. I go through a lot of personal stuff in my life and thing and it just a mash up my brain and thing. But guess what? I have to do what I have to do. I will not complain. I go do the job. As normally, we always do the job. We not complain. But a whole heap of thing, but we're there and show up just for the love for the people and everybody. But this is the way how we start back the show and think people. Sorry about warping. Sunday, supposed to have an interview and people. Things happen and it even make me get even stressed more and thing. But tomorrow, we can look out for the interview with the 2 Reggae Boys player who the manager who manage them and things. So we can look out for that tomorrow, right? Big up on yourself. Liverpool and everybody are stress out the thing, brother. But it's what it is. But people, without further ado, people, we have the center and president. I'm tell him all the time, because when him go up on Sportsmax and them proper jacket and tie and all of them stuff there. And sometimes I wonder if them not really respect the pull that the YouTuber them have right now. Are we are pulling numbers in the mainstream media now pulling numbers now. So the look at dark room thing where the president are come, we now see him face. I tell you all the time, say people want to see the face of president. You need to get somewhere. You say you want time. All of them stuff they have to reach home and thing. Get yourself in some lighting, man. Get yourself in some lighting. The people not just want to hear your voice, but they want to put a face to the man himself, the president from all the way out of St. Thomas. He's doing good, people. He's doing him stuff and thing. But we're going to introduce him. I don't know what happened, but I want to big up my sponsor before we get into it, all right? I want to big up my sponsor. People, make sure you want to check them out. Island Best Juice. They are in Florida, so make sure say only check them out and tell them say Ryan LFC send you guys and things. So all right, so people, I will kick off the ball game to people because I kind of look a bit rusty. I haven't do a show for like 3 days, and I kind of look like I kind of lost my touch, but hopefully I can get it back in this interview. Mr. President, good evening. Welcome to the show.
So, hold on, Ryan. That's how dark it is? Hold on.
Dark, man. A dark.
Oh, maybe, hold on a second. Let me check on something. Because the screen not coming up at all. Hold on. Let me check something.
I don't know where you're going with, man. Boy, Moses, pick up yourself, brother. Thank you very much for your donation, as always. Moses, listen, man, I owe the company, because I tell you, say, normally we do show every night. I'm a miss about 3 nights out of the sponsorship. So, here, we're going to fix thing, Moses, and thing. Me I go choose some whole heap of thing right now in my personal life and things. So, my apology, Moses. So, big up yourself. Thank you very much for your donation and thank you very much for your support and thing. We look forward, Moses, when we get the camera, because we're going to do it big on YouTube. We'll bring them different type of ball games. So, we'll look forward for that. So, big up yourself, Moses. Enough love and respect. Thank you very much for your donation. Halftime TV. Big up yourself, my brother. You don't know the thing already. We can't wait, brother, because we're going to make the podcast thing booming. We look forward to feed people. All right? So, big up to all of the people them who down in the comment section and not commenting. I want to big up all the truck driver them out there. Appreciate all the truck driver them. Whether they're in the United States, whether they're in Canada, England, Jamaica, Europe, big up to all of my truck driver them. Nothing but love and respect to all of the truck driver them. Georgia girl from Atlanta, big up yourself. Alama Jed. Boy, I don't know, brother. Seems like a phone Champions League. I don't know. But Prezi, you're still dark, you know.
Let me switch the equipment because I think there's a problem with the.
No, man, I can't the equipment, man, because guess what? Here is why it's not the equipment.
Let me try the phone.
I am hearing you clearly. But I'm not seeing you. That's the thing.
Let me try another equipment. Just hold on. Hold on a second.
All right. So people, the president said I'm gonna try another equipment. So let us hope and see. But people, I don't know people, but hold on the people, hold on there. You know more of the people them do for me. Let me see. Women that like the people them do for me. Let me see something. People, just a second. I have some technical issue. Hold on, people. Just a technical issue. And thing. Just a technical issue. Hold on there. Yeah, man, Max. Big up yourself, brother. Enough love and respect. We move. We not complain. We just do a job, said we. We not complain. Oh, see president. Yeah.
Hold on a second.
Hold on. All right.
You hear me now?
Yeah, man. Yeah, hear me?
I'm sorry, Ryan and persons on the platform. You know me tried my best to impress, but it looked like it just not working out.
All right, fair enough. But
but you see me okay now, right?
I don't know if you're too hollow or you're too loud. I think you have two tabs open up. So here we do. Leave and come back on the same tab. Just leave and come back. Just exit and come back.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Big up to double agent Alex. Him down in the comment section. So big up to all of the double agent them. Yeah, man. Big up to all of the double agent them. And thing. Want to make sure so big on up. Seeing? Yeah. My check. People, tell me if you know hear me. My check. 1, 2, 3. My check. Hold on there. All right, my audio good. Everything good. Hold on there. Everything is good by my side. Hold on the people. All right, everything good by my side. So that I work properly. So can't complain. That I work properly. So yeah, big up yourself, fresh God. Enough love and respect, man. Big up yourself. People. St. Thomas people. St. Thomas. We have the St. Thomas president on board. I want to know what is going on down in the St. Thomas people. Because people, listen, I'm going to start to all the people them in the parish them. Seeing? So tomorrow, Friday night, we're going to have Mr. Beckford. We'll go around and we want to interview with all of the parish president them in Jamaica. We want to make sure that the man them do the work in the parish. And the JFF need to make sure that they are setting up the right thing and giving them the money that they need to support the football. So that is my way to go around and to see where the parish at right now. And at the same time, people who want to know the long term or want to know the short term thing that the president them have in a them parish to develop the football in a them parish. Honestly, people. So we are go around. I want to discuss. I want to talk to all of the parish president them. Some probably not come, but me know say some will definitely come. All right. So we are going to have a couple of them because we need to talk about the football in the parish. All right. So it's very important. We say Clarendon next. Who is the president fresh guard for Clarendon? Boy, you don't say fresh guard. Clarendon is one of the most successful parish in Jamaica. I may talk about at the schoolboy level. I may talk about at the Premier League level. You understand? So people we are trying to go around and talk to the president them in the parish. A new term, a new term all of them have, New term the JFF have. We can't come every day and beat the JFF. I really want know what go on in the parish. So we'll start off with Wayne Thompson from St. Thomas. People, trust me. I want to know more about St. Thomas football because you know what? Every time this president, everything will go on down at St. Thomas, Wayne Thompson, send it on my phone. All of the stuff, the result that taking place in the St. Thomas Major League. So we're going to discuss all of that. You see me as a people? Yeah, we're going to discuss that. All right? So we are waiting for the president to join back the program and let us see if we can get a better outcome when him join back the football program. Yeah, man, Clarendon, Hazard, Lion. I don't know, man. I don't know. But you have so many great parish. But Clarendon stand out, in my opinion. I think Clarendon stand out. RR, big up yourself, my brother. Thanks for being here. Joshy, big up yourself, brother. Enough love and respect. Appreciate all the people them down in the comment section. You get me, I say? Enough love and respect. Yeah. Big up yourself, Wappy. The man him call himself Wappy. Yes, people, Wappy. Very good player. In prime at Excelsior and thing, but Wappy never scored on me yet, still, people. You understand? Yeah, Wappy never scored on me. I cannot remember Wappy score on me when I was attending Excelsior High School. I know Nico Brett was the first player, people, at 2 weeks ago, I play football at Excelsior. At 2 weeks, I had Excelsior chain, 2009. And in a 2 week, none of them could score on my people. 2 weeks, pay a clean sheet. And Nico Brett kick a shots. I can remember the big bump where they in front of the goal up at Excelsior. Now them left with that. Him kick it and it lick on the local bump. And it end up hit on the bump and end up. Me dive on the ball, boom up over my head. I can't remember that. But Wappy never score on me. Teacher never score on me. Yeah, David never score on me. Javon Benjamin never score on me. Seeing? Brian Richards, them never score on me. Them time then I'm a prime people. Mean I'm a prime them time there. You understand? 2009, mean I'm a prime. You see it? But I think something special about 2011. 2011 Manning Cup season where, trust me, Messi Marsh can tell you, Jesus Christ, man. We're in Calabar for Excelsior. Showdown. Oh, man, away, man. Yeah, man. Manning Cup, nice them time, the Virgin, man. Manning Cup, there. Nice them time. I swear to God, Virgin. Yeah, man, me and Junior Flemings, me and JC Showdown. No, sir, me and JC Showdown up at Constant Spring. One of the luckiest school me ever know. I swear to God, brother. JC, one of the luckiest school me ever know, brother. Jesus Christ, man, they are not the 6-yard box. And I miss goal. So, yeah, man. Frank Brown, big coach. Big coach. I don't know much about him, but based on the history of Excelsior, the man that has done him part for Excelsior. JC, one of the most luckiest school in a Manning Cup. I swear to God, people. And this is no disrespect to the JC fans. This is facts. I say, man, on the goal line. And I miss opportunity. I say, no, sir. No, sir. Brother, JC beat Excelsior, make Aliman ball like water. Him never ball in front of we, you know. Yeah, people. We have play JC up a Constant Spring, would have kill them with ball. Junior Flemings them could score. Penalty shootout it go. People when the game done and away I go home because normally the coach, fresh guy, did I give you a team talk before we go in at the bus. So we stand up outside of the bus. And the coach did I give you a team talk and thing before we reach down at school. So anyway, you know, we play JC, lose in the Walker Cup semi-final and penalty shootout to lose, you know. And they lose people. May have never seen a coach predict an outcome of the game. What happened? Liebert Alleman, I can't forget that game there. The night before, that a Friday night, you know the classroom we sit down and have team meeting and eat with dinner and thing, people. And them time there, Riley, leave and go JC, Kevin Blackwood, leave and go JC, so we play against, I think Bumpy go Ulmas. But it was two Excelsior man and the JC team, man. You know the thing go up here, Judas we call him. Once a jump ship and go one different school at Judas. So anyway, people would so booming in the classroom and thing, you know, and Coach Alleman say, yo, I one love we're gonna beat JC, or we're gonna scope on them in the 89-minute viewers and subscriber. The man say we're gonna get a penalty. And not only that, the man tell you who I go foul the player in the box. People, I have never seen nothing like this where a coach predict the outcome of the game and I tell you what gonna happen. The man say, we are gonna get chance, but if we not score with chances, we are gonna end up lose the game. People, we dominate JC. The match come on TV. The match come would have killed JC. Junior Flemings them people. Farm my life mean and in my career. Everything. Them time me I watch the WWE. Them time me know John Cena. Every time I make a save, me get up. And me I do so. You can see me, John Cena thing right deal with people. People, Jesus Christ. Colorado Murray get a penalty against JC, people. I swear to God. The man get a penalty in the 89 minutes, you know. The man kicked on Brian Richards inside of the box, you know. Viewers, what me say? The man kicked the man down in the box. And the coach say, yo, that the man that go get the penalty and that the man that go kick down Riley in the box. And it happened the exact way how the coach predicted. But you know what? Colorado Murray, the whole season, the man that kicked the penalty them, he must score, but the keeper go the wrong way. And him keeper and I put the ball in the middle. And it's so lucky the JC goalkeeper go the wrong way, but him stretch out him foot and block the ball. People, JC, we for kill the man them, brother. Let me tell you, say, yo, JC are one of the luckiest school. The man them lucky. When I say lucky, the man them lucky. I couldn't believe it, Virgin. I couldn't believe we never beat JC. JC are one of the luckiest school in the Manning Cup. Remember me telling that. Every time I come up again, I never beat JC yet. Either we draw or the boy them always find a way and beat we. And it's not because we're not good enough. We're just not putting no chance away. JC come like Real Madrid. You call them football heritage. You cannot count them out. When everybody account out JC, JC is a team that start slow, but them finish the Manning Cup season. And I would say them earn them luck, because in football they need their luck, and they are real footballing school heritage. You understand? And no matter how bad the man them play, the man them go get the better Excelsior. People, when the match done, before the match, people, when it come on to performance, people, a weird me as a football player no perform on the pitch. People, every game, every match I play, I go get a 8 out of 10 performance me I give. Every single game. Not one game I can look back playing Manning Cup. I think let me take back that. I can remember 2 games playing for Excelsior. When I make mistake and it end up cost the team. I'm going to play 3-man in cup. I play 3-man in cup. And 1-2 game I ever have in my whole entire career playing for Excelsior. But different from part of that, even at my club boys town on it, I always a perform. A game I come with me, A game all the time. But this was a particular game against JC in the Walker Cup semi-final. The manager said to us, the manager give you a last team talk on the pitch, level away, and the man say, yo, anybody who perform best, 5 players who perform best on the team going to get $10,000. Jesus Christ. Me come from Rima, getting $10,000 go home on a weekend, a big mean that for me, people. When I say a big mean that for me, and people, the way I'm perform, the beat me will get me can't even remember say. The manager said the 5 players them will perform, people. TV match, can't forget that game upon TV. Some save they want pull off against JC. The commentator still couldn't believe how I pull off some of them save though. Wicked save up a Kansas Spring. So anyway, when the game done now and we and JC play the first game, the early game, we and JC play. So we end up having to come off of the pitch because the second game going to play. Viewers, we are looking for Coach Ali, man. We couldn't find him. The manager prep to you and say, yo, what are they? Carla, good evening. Welcome to the show.
Carla, how are you doing, man?
I'm doing good, man. Good night. How are you doing?
I am doing fine, thank you, man. I've been trying to get you. You know, I know tonight's topic is not Leon Bailey.
No, me not gonna have the discussion with my boss about Leon Bailey. Once me start opening up that everybody are gonna call and them are gonna turn the show in a different thing. We really want to talk about Leon Bailey though.
But I just wanted to say, you know, I mean, Jamaica on a whole, when we're trying to attract players and coaches from overseas, and those players or coaches state their demand that, look, I'll come and coach Jamaica or come and play for Jamaica under these circumstances or if these conditions are met. The entire country rally around it because we want them to be a part of the team and we endorse them, right? And I am concerned if a national player has indicated, you know, that if he has a couple of these things and his comfort team and help him to play at his optimum, you know, why people bashing and say, you know, him want too much or this or that. We're talking about Mason Greenwood and we want these players and these guys. But if these guys state that, look, if we're traveling, we want to travel first class to play the match, are we going to bash them as well? I just think that because Liam Bailey is a local player, you know, don't listen only to your talk, so, you know, but I listen to other shows and everybody seems to be bashing the player. Well, the truth is, this particular player in question is one of the top players in Europe and is turning heads and making waves, you know, and we should do everything that we can to hold on to our players and to make them feel proud playing for their national countries. You know, national duty is good, but I think also we need to look at what the player is requesting, and he's requesting professionalism, etc., etc. And these requests has been going on for years. So I don't know what's the big hullabaloo now.
Okay.
But
you know,
yourself,
people have them
and we
opinion
appreciate your show.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. People we will always have our opinion, but we must also call a spade, right? And I know you were probably young when we went to the 1998 World Cup.
Right. All right, here Moedo. Just call me back after. Just call me back after. Cause I have me guess you know one thing, and me really want to go off in the topic. Right. Once you lead to that, other people go call in. And... All right.
Yeah, man.
So call me back another time. Yeah.
We're looking forward to the show. Yeah, man. All right. Man. Big up yourself.
Yeah, big up yourself, Carl. Mr. President. Prezi.
Oh, it's there now. Hold on.
I know, President, I know it, but me not see you like your camera up on mute.
Hold on a second. Let me use a different display screen. Let me see if that is the issue. Hold on.
No, because you know, if you use a different one, it'll go echo. That's why.
Hold on, let me just try and see what happened. Hold on. I'm really sorry about this.
Yeah. And this is what me talk about, you know, people. You see? All the time, the man them say, yo, boy, Ryan, you ever talk about Bailey and you ever talk about Craig. Sometimes the people them call in and then the topic gone way after and then man I say all kind of mad thing. I say me can't this and that and where. But the view of them, I mean, no stuff. Can't please everybody, man. Yeah, because we have an interview tonight, see? But as I say, people, Coach Ali, man, ball, cry, water. The man never ball in front time play them. Man say coach gone home, the man begs fresh card, the man ball big man, you know. So football man, JC and one team when I tell you say, yo, the man them come like Real Madrid. No matter how you see, everybody count them out. Them are go find some way, somehow to win football game. And that is why you have to respect Jamaica College. You have to appreciate them because they have that mentality. Monster. You understand? So that is it, bro. That is it. People, hit the like button. Hit the like button. Prezi. I know in a Prezi, but boy, I mean I know a bridge in Prezi. Prezi, want to
Voila.
Your Gensec. Want to your Gensec.
No, the Gensec not here right now. Hold on. Let's hold on, Ryan. Just give me 2 more minutes. I'm trying something.
All right, Prezi.
Yeah, man, just give me some time. Let's try because I want to facilitate the show tonight.
Yeah, man, because
honestly, I want to be seen, as you would have said, because I don't think it's appropriate. So hold on, because everybody come for your show, you're able to see them. Just give me
no, man, you have the quality of the show, man. I have to see the president, man.
Yeah, I agree. Hold on.
Yeah. No, man. It's called, you know, my Max said it called football heritage, Virgin. JC, man. JC. And, you know, stats, it come like Tottenham Spurs. I don't know, brother, stats. Boy, no matter how the man them have a good team, brother. The man them know how to get over the line, brother. And Fresh God, boy, I feel you can't get the stats coach, the Portmore coach a trophy Fresh God. Football wicked to the coach here, man. Jesus Christ, man. Never see a coach who unlucky, so. JC ever take the trophy out of the man mouth, Virgin. Me no know, brother. J stats coach. And the man is so humble, brother. But one beaten. Man. And him have which trophy him have, Fresh God? Which trophy him win? I don't know which trophy him win, Fresh God. What him win? The link up. The link up. Oh, Fresh God, man. That come like teacup, like where I tell me, so a teacup win the other day. Fresh God. But the other day, I see the man lose to JC 2 times, brother. I want to come out of my eyes time. I say football wicked, man. Channel star. Money I put in so much work, brother. And JC, I same thing JC, Real Madrid, the Liverpool, you know. Same thing Real Madrid, the Liverpool, brother. And the man them come the stats coach this. I feel sorry for him, brother. I want to come out of my eye. When me see, the actually man in final, the man lose to JC alone, you know. Football wicked, man. Football cruel to the coach, man. Feel sorry for him, brethren. Come like every time JC see man say, yo, come here, my baby. Come here. We play with you, man. Just like the Nuggets are play with Lakers the other night. Yeah. I God, man, feel sorry for the coach. But Ryan, big up yourself, man. Percy, you hear me?
Yeah, man, I hear you.
Yeah, like me have to run the show without your name there. Seems like me have to run. Me can't wait no more, Bridget. Me should I make you keep that thing the way you have. Where do a while ago with the next open up the next winning there? Where do a while ago?
It was the phone me I use, but then when we go for the charger, we can't find the charger.
Jesus.
Yeah, it's when I rush things. But I mean, if we can do a thing like this, I mean, while I try to bring up the video, because me I try to connect to another. Oh, all right, hold on, Mrs. 1 second.
No man, JC beat off the coach face, brother. 3 man in cup final, the man lose, you know. 3 man in cup final to 1 team, brother. Me never see that happening in another football. Which other club go on final 3 times? Same Champions League and lose. Boy, if Real Madrid and Liverpool go again, the man would have beat Liverpool cause boy, I don't know, Liverpool a 2-time Madrid beat we, you know, I will beat them 1 time, you know, in our Champions League final.
Oh, it's still not come up.
Still not come up. All right, I'm gonna leave that. Yeah, but me echo, you have me in the background.
All right, let me just let me change it because I had it on a different display. Let me take it off completely.
Yeah, man. You see, me I telling people. Alla Madrid. No, sir. Man, them beat up yo. The way I see that man, they must go home go cry, brother. The man have one of the best team, brother. The man have one of the best team and lose to the Manning Cup final to JC, bro. Trust me. JC, when them go final, them hard for lose, bro. JC come like Real Madrid, you know. You have to just, when they get a chance, you have to just score a bag of goal, brother. When them down, yeah. JC is a team. When them down, and you beat them, you have to knock them out. Knock them out. Punch them in the eye where them can't even see. Everything you have to do them. Wounding them. Belly lick. Head lick. Yes. Every type of lick you have to get JC, man. Because them is a hard team for them. Balaker, I really don't want to talk about Whisper, you know, brother. At the first, they say Whisper they in a Chelsea first team. Let us see the man play some first team football, no, man. Because when you see the man play first team football, when you see the man at Chelsea big team, but like I say, I'm going to play for Chelsea first team. But like I say, I'm going to play for Chelsea first team. And now I'm in the Chelsea first team training. What the people them want to say. And if Whisper play for Chelsea, big team, if him get a 10-minute run out, one of them game, 5 game left, where them are going to say? Them are going to say, Butler lie again. None of them now go big enough to come and say, see, Butler tell you, him get a Chelsea, him get a 1 local game. You know why I know say the people them are really haters. I know say a lot of people are really haters for Craig Butler. And Whisper them. When Whisper score him first goal for Chelsea, I'm a type of the video say Whisper score him first goal for Chelsea. You know what the man them say? The man them are worried me. I said Whisper na score for Chelsea. Whisper na score for Chelsea. When the man signed for Chelsea Football Club, the man scoring first goal for Chelsea Football Club. It no matter if under 21 or under 18, it is Chelsea Football Club. You understand? And that is where some of the man them can't understand. But anyway, let's move on from that. We're going to interview the president because we now get the president with the camera. So, President, good evening. Welcome to the show.
Afternoon, Ryan. Well, good night to you and everyone on the platform. Let me just apologize. But I think I'm having an issue with the video card, and maybe that's the issue I'm having, because we have the same issues using the laptop when I try to use the projector at times.
Okay.
So I think there's a connectivity problem, but it has to do with the device itself.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough.
So I'm sorry about that, and we have to find a way to make up for this at some point in time.
But I don't know in a person, because the man him says a man that like show your face. So I don't know if
Not at all. Not at all.
All right. So we'll work with it. The greatest thing them always tell you when you do journalism, the most important thing, and what in the view of them is audio. The audio is the most important thing. At least the people hearing a proper audio, because that can get the people pissed off by not hearing the guests properly. So you have a piece of the pie, but on the other hand, we're not seeing your face. But we can work with that. We will see you in the due time. I sure know the view of them know about Wayne Thompson, because we go
I think so.
with Wayne Thompson on this program. So Wayne, first and foremost, tell us a little bit your childhood life growing up in Jamaica. Who is Wayne Thompson? Tell us where you're born, which parish you're from. Tell us a little bit about yourself, your beginning coming up.
All right. So Ryan, I was born in Yalas. Spent a lot of time in Bull Bay. And there was a time I was living on Oxford Street. In fact, I remember I used to sell crab on Oxford Street. And if you know the intersection of, I think that is Ewood Street, that's the one that got to Captain and Princess Street. There was a hardware store. I used to sell chicken foot and them something right at that spot. So that is one part of my life. I went to school at a school I'm called Grandspen Primary. I went to Yalas. I was like a nomad in terms of schools. I went to your school also, Excelsior. And would have played football at a competitive level at the primary. Represented the parish also. Well, my school at the time, I remember we were playing Eastern. But then I think I loved cricket more.
You love cricket more?
Yeah, I love cricket more because I played cricket for Excelsior.
Yeah. You win any tiger?
No, but I think we did well. You know, Excelsior have always done well in cricket, but I can't recall winning a tiger. I played on Pepsi not Pepsi, under 12, under 14, and Sunlight. And you know, Excelsior cricket team is always competitive, just like the football team. Right. So basically, I think in a nutshell, that is how I would put it. I've always worked hard. I'm not as gifted as some of the persons on your platform, but I think I would have been focused. But love administration of football and club, because I was the president for this club in, they refer to it as RTs, where, you know, we did a lot of work, setting up laboratories and all them stuff, the computer labs, and, you know, try to get projects to enhance the community. And then, you know, persons felt that, you know, you could use the knowledge that you have in football. Wasn't comfortable. So I have always been pushing people. You go on, man. I'll support you. But I don't know if you understand the politics. There comes a time when the man say, look, you have to come from behind the scenes. And so I think the rest is history. I would have been part of the St. Thomas Football Association and was voted in as the president in 2009.
Wow.
Right.
So from From 2009, you're a president of St.
Right.
Thomas.
Yeah, 2009.
Why? You have to go break down that to me, because me have an issue with a president spending so many time in office, So
Yeah, and that's one of the challenge, Ryan, when you take up these positions and people believe that you can manage, it's almost like you get stuck in it. As I said to you, it has never been my intention to get involved in the front line. I felt I would have been more useful behind the scenes. But once you start to give like this in football or any sport at all, you find that people want you to be part of it, and if they trust you, they will, keep encouraging you to stay. Although there comes a time when you have to make a decision for your personal enrichment. So I've been in it thick and thin. It has been challenging, but it is my way of giving back to the community.
Okay.
But right now we're seeking to, renew the football because it's important that we have new people taking over. No matter how good you think you are, it's always good to have persons who you encourage to be part of it and you support them as you seek to transform your organization, with new ideas.
So tell me something. What are some of the things that you accomplish in your parish since
So
you were president?
So I don't know if you know the history of night football, but we kind of pioneered night football at the time when I took over, because at the time we really had nothing and we had to create some kind of niche so as to remain competitive. And we had to find a way to attract, at least to allow the sponsors to see us. So we would have fixed up the York Oval and started night football. I remember Captain came out there and mentioned he would not have seen a bigger crowd. But I think the parish naturally love the sport and they seek to get involved, whether it's lime football or remember those football that usually play on the streets.
Yeah.
We tend to pull in big crowds. We have, at the time when I joined the organization, you find that we're trying to push women's football because we felt, even in terms of where we were going as a country, it's not just about football, but to recognize the whole business of gender equality. So St. Thomas would have played female football at some point in time, but it was kind of on a low when I took over. And I can say since then we have always had a team playing at the Premier League level. Persons would have remembered St. Thomas Strikers and Real Marant, which we would have supported because we felt it made no sense to play these. We have these teams at the parish, representing the parish, but more so representing clubs, because we believe the development pathway is easier when you have, women playing football at that level. We seek to here and there try to fix up fields. I know license you'd have known about license that would have been developed through the European Union program, about 20 million. So that was a field that we also, work with SDF to establish. And we have been working on York, incrementally to ensure that at least we can play our night football and we can, showcase the skills just like how we have been doing now with the Wednesday night game. There was a time when we had to take a break because of the challenges with the lighting itself, but in recent time we kind of get some support and reestablish the lights at York. Youth football has always been a pet peeve of ours. So we focused a lot on under 13 and under 15 in the past as a parish. But again, one of the struggles that we have is how we kind of integrate that in the clubs, because I want to say that if we're not playing these youth football through the clubs, the development growth, I think, will be will not as, I would say, rapid, because you have the coaches with the skills in the clubs and so forth. So those are some of the things. Administration also, we are big on that. Most of our business, we would have transacted through online services, because again, it has to do with my training. But not only that, a number of persons that we have on our body is technologically inclined. So all our accounting systems are run through the internet, integrated. All our records are stored online, because we believe that's one way we can compete outside of football on the field. That's one way we can compete to attract sponsors, notwithstanding the challenges with St. Thomas, where most times you go to a sponsor and them say to you, boy, we 90,000 people you have. But those are some of the things that we did to revitalize the football. Where we are now, I think we would have kind of create the framework where in recent time, we, through a strategic planning process, we would have kind of mandated the clubs, even though it may have been uncomfortable, that all clubs must be a legal entity. So we work with them to become a legal entity. So all clubs playing football in St. Thomas is a legal entity. And we know what that brings, because it also has its challenges where it's not just about being legal, but it's also ensuring that you're filing your returns. And the truth is, we kind of lack that kind of skills at this time. So we have to play that kind of role to ensure that we grow the clubs. I know last week you were talking about the FIFA Connect system. St. Thomas was the first to have used the FIFA Connect as mandatory to play. I mean, you have to be on the FIFA system before you can play as a player. And all the administrators would have been part of the system. And that's where it would have helped us a lot. In fact, where we want to go now is to fully utilize the system to do all business. So even the transfer that we use a lot of paper to do, and the issues that you have, if persons are on the platform and they understand how paper works, once you're using paper to do business, it leads to corruption. And sometimes it's not deliberate, but it's just how we operate and how we're inclined. So the technology is where we need to go. And so we have embraced the technology in how we do business. So we were one of the first. We were the first parish to have made it mandatory. And I think could be the first parish that would have made the legal registration as being mandatory for our major league. I say, Ryan and members, a lot of these things came through some of the work we would have done at the JFF, and we felt that we have to lead by example. So if you can recall, we had done an MOU to move from the PLCA to the PFJL. And part of that memorandum of understanding was all clubs should be a legal entity. All clubs must be either registered by the cooperative society or the company's office. And we felt during COVID, it was important for us to use the time to kind of work with the clubs. By the way, we meet every Tuesday night as a club body. Not every Tuesday night, every first Tuesday. And as an executive, we meet every last Tuesday. So during COVID, we kind of spend a lot of time to ensure that the requisite infrastructure would have been there for the clubs. And I want to talk about infrastructure is to be aligned with where the JFF is going. And I think that would have helped us a lot. And which is why you would have seen, plus our mandatory under 17, by the way, which is why you would have seen most of the players that we're playing with, they're young players, but they are competitive. I know you beat Alvas Powell a lot, but Alvas came through our system. In fact, I was the president who actually worked with Alvas. How many of us now understand what it is to deal with kids? It requires patience, it requires mentorship, it requires a lot. Akwasa Chong is also one of those who would have come through our system. So it really takes a program and it takes a lot of work. And I'm not saying, especially for Akwasa Chong, that we can take all the credit, because as you're aware, he would have played for JC and also did a lot of work at Harborview.
So
yeah.
So Prezi, because me I want to have a conversation. See? So
right.
in based on what me get from you, I ask you, what are some of the things you accomplished since the president of St. Thomas Football? Hear me out. So as part of Chong, Alvas Powell come through it as a player, both player. No,
under 15, under 13.
Under 15, under 17. So that's a part of your accomplishment. Now, at the major league level, you guys bringing night football in a Jamaica and all of them stuff there.
I can safely say that.
Okay, that's 3. 4, you talk about mandate, put in. Remind me that next 5 stuff that
all
you did.
all clubs playing must be a legal entity.
Legal entity.
Right. So we would have paid part of their monies. Because part of it is the recognition that these things cost money. So we would have paid part of the money to help them, while we would have done it working with them, because we would have done the articles and those things.
So basically what we want to get from you still, Mr. So you have 4 things since 2009 you accomplished. You successful. You don't say you accomplished from 2009.
Right. We have to take some credit also for, if you notice what is happening with Baptist Alliance, at least, even though it's not at the Premier League level, but they are consistent playing at the Tier 2 level. And we would have participated
in the Women's Premier League.
The Women's Premier League. We have always had a team in Women's Premier League. And because we feel that even though it takes a lot of money, it is important. Now it's kind of different, by the way, because we have transitioned to a point where there's a club owner who is actually running the female football at the level of the Premier League. So the stress, I think, would have been transferred. But prior to that, we had to carry that because we felt it was important. We, as the Football Association, had to carry it because we realized it was important to take the football forward.
So based on all the way you said to my president, that simply mean you don't have, as a president from 2009, you don't accomplish a lot because you don't have a team in the Premier League. Since you become president, you don't have a team in the big top flight football in the country.
Agreed. That has slipped us a lot, and I realized there's some luck in it too. Because if you remember York United, I don't understand how they have not been played in the league. They would have done well, even from the time Huey went. But I do agree with you. I would have to take some responsibility for not producing a Premier League team to participate at that level, because it does create a different atmosphere when you have a Premier League team playing in a parish. So that is one I would agree that if you have to lick me there, I would take it in any way.
So basically, Prezi, so what are some of the challenge that you run into that you haven't have a successful program where pushing out players consistently, just like Clarendon, just like Kingston, St. Andrew, Ivor, Westmoreland? What would have really happen that you as the president haven't take the football to that next level?
Right.
Incent.
So I wouldn't say that we have not pushed out player. What I would say, we have not been able to keep them. Part of the reason, once you're not playing Premier League, you know that it's a challenge for you right away, especially with us being so close to Kingston. Most of the players would play in Kingston. For example, like Mullines, most of the players playing at Mullines would come from St. Thomas. You know, you have many other players who would have been playing in the league. But that is no excuse. It's a recognition that, yes, we could have done better. Finances is challenging for the clubs. And we're not fortunate to have somebody like a Tony Barrett to drive, from a business perspective, to drive a club down the road where you can establish a Premier League by getting teams from outside. And we do recognize that the infrastructure with the clubs are kind of weak, and which is why we spend most of the time trying to rebuild. I would say rebuild the clubs. We're gonna get there, and it's probably not during my time. But the greatest challenge is financial resources to drive some of these programs.
So what is it? What is it? Reason why in that corporate community that's the sponsorship not coming on board? Is it no value? Is it no structure? Why is it no substance where people going to we're going to invest in other football?
Well, persons have started to invest because you'll have seen separate on the major league, which I think is a major plus for us. But I think Goodyear losing two of our major large enterprises would have set us back. But again, Ryan, I don't want to give the impression that because the environment is not such, we would not have, we couldn't get funds, because there are opportunities overseas, that kind of thing. But I think we had to create, in my mind, an environment that would attract a sponsor. And in recent time, for the last 4 years or so, we would have had separate, and we intend to, spend a lot more time. In fact, that's one of the reasons why I want to transition, because I believe my role can be better served where, you write the proposals, because I do proposal writing. That's what I do as part of my living. And I think if I can just focus on developing these proposals and working with the stakeholders, I think I would be better served than to continue in this capacity as the president. It would be a support, I think, to the parish, because I would go out there and get the funds. But financially, it's kind of challenges out here. Challenging because we don't have the level of the big companies that would pump money, and we don't have individuals that see the football as a business and have the resources to pump in it. Having said that, maybe I would have done a poor job in trying to attract people, because being the president, yes, I have to take some responsibility, but we're not giving up.
So tell me something, Prezi. So what the JFF pass? Can you come under two president, 2 term
Right.
by crickets and Captain Burrell? What are the president saying? How them feel about your job you doing in St. Thomas?
Well,
from the JFF?
I would think the persons would feel that I would have done relatively well. In fact, that's one of the reasons why I was able to spend a lot of time working with the JFF on a number of things. Because they felt that, I had the skill to treat with certain important matters. As I said to you, I led the MOU discussion between the PFJL and the JFF, PLC and the JFF, in terms of the negotiation. We would have been working also with the governance, trying to establish some of the policies and, to strengthen the JFF, because we do believe that if the JFF is strong, the parishes will be strong. If the JFF is strong and there's accountability in the system, and we're able to work with our stakeholders like yourself and probably people on the platform, where we can share this conversation as to how we grow, I believe it can help the football, in a very big way. But maybe it's work in progress, and we are hoping that things will change.
Work in progress, Wayne. It's 9 from 2009 at the president, I'm still work in progress.
So I hear you, Ryan. I hear you.
Oh, that's like Wayne. That's ridiculous. All me I thought me never know say 9 from 2009 at the president.
Yeah, man, I've been there from 2009.
Jesus Christ.
And that would 14 years.
Wow, that's a lot, man.
But as I said, Ryan, it requires a lot of sacrifices, and we try to do what we can do within our control, and I think things will get better.
God, wow. So, really and truly. So, what is your long term and your short term vision for St. Thomas football? What are some of the things that you want to achieve in the next 6 months to another year for another 4 years, if you did it so long?
Right. So we have to start to play under 13, under 15. Those competitions, we want to have them as mandatory, playing through the clubs, not through the schools, because doing that, you're better able to work with the development pathway for the players. The coaches are more qualified and them understand what is required at that level. We have to look at our infrastructure for further development in a serious way. We would have done relatively well out by York, but we need to, the playing surface is a nice, a beautiful surface, can be compared with any in the country. But we need to have, additional facilities, that would lead us to a modern venue where we can play competitive football even at the national level, the Premier League level. The other thing that we have to do, Ryan, we need to attract more sponsors, more resources in the system. Our real budget is like a modest $10 million to run our football out of St. Thomas. And we have not been able to get the kind of resources to also help the clubs, because the clubs are also struggling. So sponsorship and support for the clubs, that is something that is important for us. Our female program, we have to spend a little bit more time to treat with the development of not just the players at the Premier League level, but also youth players playing competitions through the clubs. And one of the things I would love to see also is where the training of coaches, we have coaches that are operating at the B license and A license, because that also will help not just the clubs, but also the schools. So those, I would say, are some of the things, we'll be focusing on at this time to ensure that, you know, we can at least compete. I would love to see a Premier League team, if not this year, within the next 2 years, because that will help to grow the football. And I think we are kind of on our way in that regard, because we have Alliance, they are doing very well. And we think that the team, with some luck, can qualify this year for the National Premier League.
What about the two from them in the high school in St. Thomas? What about the school? Why they haven't been doing good?
So one of the reasons I think the schools are not competing like others is that we have to play a lot more. And the same thing I'm saying to you earlier, we have to play a lot of the football in the clubs. If you remember when we used to play minor league in Kingston. We had minor league playing in Kingston. Most of the players were talented playing in the high schools then. It is the same concept. If you have these players playing in the clubs, it will help the school to grow. And that is one of the areas we have been talking about as coaches, because you would realize that once we get to the second round, it's very difficult for us to progress. And I think that is part of the challenge. We have to play more games, and those games will have to be played through the clubs, not necessarily schools.
Okay, fair enough. So, what happened in the election the other day where you guys only have so much money to sponsor one to come on board to help you? Why have you have a discussion with Raymond and this to give you some of them 200 million that they have to put in the football on there in St. Thomas?
So remember when we set out to make the change, we got the commitment on the basis that, look guys, we will work with you. Once you win, this is what we will help you to do. We got the commitment from many persons, both locally and abroad, and we're using that to kind of help some of the parishes who have been talking about it, because it's not just about St. Thomas and those parishes that would have supported us, but we feel there's an avenue that we could use some of these funds that would have been committed to help with development of our football, and that is one of the route that we're taking at this time, because we're still having conversations as to how we can tap into some of these funds to help the parishes.
So basically we're saying that you guys not getting any money there because you never win.
Right, because the commitment was based on us being successful. But there's still the opportunity, which is why we have been speaking to some of these people. And I think we'll be getting some support to help some of the parishes, like St. Thomas.
When is that? When is that? Give us a
so I am not able to commit to a time frame at this time, but I think the conversation would be useful. As soon as we pin down certain things, we can come back and report. But we're having a conversation.
Wow.
You see, as I said to you, when we had our attempt, was to, we believe that we needed to change our approach in how we, administer our football. And part of it is a cultural change that is needed, and which is why, we try to get persons from outside. But that in itself, it has its challenges also. Because, and it's a risk that you will have to take. Once you go outside and get persons to come in, it will help, but it's going to be very difficult to go across the line in terms of the numbers. But we were optimistic. We felt that we could have done it. It just never happened. But I think it's important that we have a culture change in the sport. You would have spoken about it. And in any organization, if you have the same, set of persons run it over time, we're gonna have an issue with the culture, and which is why we were trying to bring in new persons to come in to work with those that are there. It's just that we weren't successful.
Okay. Fair enough. So what about Raymond Anderson? What he's doing now?
Well, you need to have a conversation with Raymond in that regard. But I know he's still active, meeting with persons, having the conversation, painting a picture as to, what the environment is like in terms of the need. So we're having conversations with people. We haven't given up, Ryan, and it's not just about winning the election if we are really committed to the process. It's how we use that intention in whatever way to do some of the things. We won't be able to do everything, but at least use what we would have gained out of this process to probably attract some resources in areas that are needed at this time.
So what would you say? What's the reason why do you guys didn't win the election? What did the Raymond and the team
So as I said, Ryan, that one of the and I mean it's something we need to reflect on and to do a complete assessment on it. But one of the things, as I've said to you, sometimes when you seek to achieve something, maybe you're not prepared. You would have your goals in front of you. And one of the goals that we had was to bring in new people to see how we could change, help to change the culture of the organization.
You guys didn't bring in anybody new, man.
Well, when we say new, we're talking about, remember, the board would have been consisted of parish presidents. So we went outside of that to attract new people to come in to work with us. So when I say new, I'm referring to persons who would have, because as you are aware, the persons who are on the board now, these are persons who would have been there previously. But we felt it was important for us to,
Who are these
new people,
new
bring in
persons?
ideas.
Who are these new persons you're talking?
Remember, so you would have seen the list. We had Carol Beckford, we had
them people in any man.
Dave Cameron, but you know them because you would have seen them.
Yeah, but we had
the ISA president. So when I say new, I'm making reference to the board. So these are not persons that were operating on the board, and we felt that they could have brought something to the table to kind of help with the culture.
Okay.
After JF.
One thing more I ask you. So you refer to the board, right? You refer to the board, new person, right?
Right.
Do you really believe the board know? Do you believe no? This board that the JFF have, you think they're taking these people serious? Are they just going about to do their stuff?
You mean the board?
Yeah.
So let me answer it this way, Ryan. So remember, just coming out of our election, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the delegates would have spoken. So out of respect, I think we have to careful how we treat with that. We hope that at this time, persons can understand the challenges we're having. We have that funds, we're not being able to collect funds that are due to us FIFA. There are certain basic things that we need to do to ensure that can change, which will bring a lot of resources in the sport. There is governance issues. There's the parishes out there that we need to work with. There's the staff inside and systems where we need to improve the capacity so that we can deliver in a fast growing sport. So I would answer it in the sense that all of us are aware of the challenges. The delegates would have spoken, and you expect that the message would have been passed to the members for them to at least respect the decision of the delegates and at least to listen to some of you guys when you speak, and to accept or at least consider some of the ideas in moving the sport forward. So in other words, I'm hoping that learning would have taken place, where they would have looked back at some of the issues they're having. There's a lot of reports that we can use to do things differently, to ensure that even the sponsors out there are more excited. I think we have to engage our stakeholders a little bit more, and stakeholders is not just you and others on the platform, but even how we engage our teams and the players and so forth. It is, and sponsors, it is important that we would have learned the lessons and try to do things differently. Part of it, I think, is we have to focus a lot on accountability. So as we set out to achieve certain things, if those things are not achieved, people are accountable if you give them the resources. So that is how I would put it. The delegates spoke. We have to respect that, and you hope that the persons who are running it now would understand the need to engage, to work as a team. Part of the thing, I think sometimes, you have good individuals working, but if you're not working together, it can be very challenging for any organization. We have to set targets. For example, at the start of the year, we have to establish our targets and communicate them, to our stakeholders, so that our stakeholders understand what it is we're trying to achieve, understand some of the challenges. And part of that, Ryan, requires, once the JFF would have established their targets, we have to have an alignment between the parish associations and the JFF. Suppose I tell you that it's going to be difficult for football to move in a very aggressive way if the plans of the parishes are not aligned to the JFF. Meaning, if the JFF's plan is to do X, the parishes must have a responsibility, and there has to be a mechanism where at some point in time, the JFF can, go back to some of its stakeholders to say, you are committed to do this. What have you achieved? We would have, supported you with resources. What have you achieved? And it has to filter throughout the system. The plans of the staff must be aligned to that of the organization. So I think one of the things that must happen, no matter how hard you work, if you don't have the alignment, just like how we do it as a business, where the branches are responding to the group plans and strategies. If we don't have those things aligned, it's going to be difficult. And which is why it's important to have the knowledge. We can talk about the lack of resources and so forth, but we have to put things in place to ensure that you create that environment to motivate stakeholders like the sponsors. Because the sponsors, they know what they're looking for. That they think that the thing is a good brand. But if you don't have the necessary plans and so in place to share with them, to convince them, it's going to be difficult. And sometimes the conversation at the national level will filter down into the parishes. So if it is difficult for stakeholders to support the national body, then it's gonna be even more difficult for us to use the product to market, you know, the business as we see it, where we can get support also from these sponsors. Ryan, I'm not seeing you're doing like me, man. Ryan? Oh.
Excuse me. So, President, we hear Rudolph Speed keep on talking about getting the coaching up to speed. How many B license, A license, C license in your parish? Give me a number now.
So we have 19 D license that started recently. We have 2 C license, and I know what some persons are expressing interest for the next set of courses that would be coming up. But we try as best as we can to log on to these coaches once they are being held. The 19 D license, remember we had the level 2, the advanced level 2, but the D license started last year, where 19 of our persons were able to get the training, and we have also trained 2 additional persons for C license, and we're hoping to train some more this year.
So you realize that why the football is stagnant in your parish, though, President?
Yes, to a certain extent, the training is important also, and we know that we have to ramp up the training to ensure that, you know, we can improve the football in that regard.
Yeah, it's bad. 19D and only C, not even B, not even.
No, we're hoping that can be fixed this year, but we don't have a B license at this time.
Wow. So basically, you guys down there in St. Thomas just start to do the course.
Yeah, we started last year when the course was released to the parishes.
Wow. Just wow. Stunning to hear this, coach. Mr. Thompson. Why?
Out of the challenges, as I said, Ryan, so for example, the last set of courses that would have been done, it's not that persons don't want to do the training at times, but sometimes it's just a start, and which is why I'm saying that we have to, and this is where I must admit that we have to do a little bit more to assist the parish, because it's not one of those parishes that are endowed with resources. So we have to find ways and means to get funds, not only to sponsor our competition, but also to help some of the coaches who really don't have it in the first place.
I know, Richie. So how do you feel with all of us criticize some of these parish president? Where 9 from 2009, Mr. President, he in the seat, and he could add the pink pie in something successful where the fruits of Jamaica can look at and say, okay, since Ryan LFC start this program, a number of time Ryan LFC take the game to the nether level. But before that, let us go to the phone line and take a call. Carla, good evening. Welcome to the show. Double agent. Good evening. Welcome to the show.
Yeah, good evening. I come from St. Thomas.
Okay.
So I'm a St. Thomas man, Wayne Thomas. Right? Just I make you know from now. Putting to St. Thomas, Wayne Thomas, we don't have nothing going. I don't see nothing going forward for the football and development in St. Thomas, right? Pertaining to teams not going up to go in the Premier League to play. We see Canada League play at night time, which we play at Dumfries, which we know a license road, the end of the tire shop. That's the only thing we know in the parish really active right now. The under 17 league, where did it go on the other day? When I see it come back again with Duane Penn and White Horses. That was a good under 17 league. I applaud whoever put on that league. Was a good thing for the parish. But I'm saying though we should have more competition for the parish, between youth competition and able for yes we don't maybe yes say we don't have resources, but what about the big wholesale supermarket them, like we can get sponsorship from, like classic supermarket, and those are people that I know would give sponsorship towards footballing programs, because majority of those companies or majority of those big entities are those people that have money in St. Thomas. They will sponsorship football programs and sponsor corner league and them stuff there. Why you don't go towards them and say, okay, here we go. I have 10 coaches in St. Thomas that want to get their C or D license, and this is how much would it cost me. And would you help sponsor these coaches, this and that? When I see a coach come from St. Thomas, a progress, I support like that. When last we see one youth left from out of St. Thomas, only ball I know left out of St. Thomas, Aldous Sport. We make it to a national team where I play in the big league. We not another sense that we not seen a big ball left from St. Thomas like that since as recently as lately. I think there should be more competitions in the parish. Youth competition where you can develop youth them after the cup play. You get me come from, you can have the under-17 tournament where they out last time where Dan Paspen win. Those things. Well, after that, I see the comeback no go on again, Wayne Thomas. Someone that really are going in the parish. And if you come to me, Wayne Thomas, right? I say,
Thompson.
Yeah, Thompson, I correct myself. If you want to come to me again, I say you want sponsorship. My parents will sponsor you in Thomas because my parents have an entity in St. Thomas. And we do sponsorship. We do sponsorship. You get me where I come from?
Right.
But
so some of the persons you mentioned, we would have been talking to them, and I won't say they don't help. You mentioned classic and so forth. But there's a need, and maybe we need to have a conversation. I really like how you would have come and presented yourself, and it sounds very positive, even though you rightly, expressing your dissatisfaction with what would have seen. But
yeah,
it would be
because
helpful.
sorry,
Yeah, go ahead.
sorry. I
Huh?
love to see a team. I would love to see a team for St. Thomas. When I
Yes.
Baptist Alliance now, the good Baptist Alliance are the very good right now. They can probably go Premier League, right? But
Yes.
look
Yes.
at for St. Thomas, where people they can support, they can come here and watch the team play. Because that's the only big stadium, consider a good stadium or a good pitch at St. Thomas. Yeah. Love to come and find and watch and team play against the Arnett up a yard. I mean, not see that weekend. So that just not me not drive to come and play football. Only footballing team with their St. Thomas right now, local corner league are gonna dump it. And you know too, that's the biggest. So imagine if I side left from St. Thomas way. Yeah, really. If I side literally left from St. Thomas and said I represent St. Thomas at Premier League. You think the people that come out to support the side win? The people
Yeah,
that come
man.
for the side.
Yeah, I said it earlier. Oh, yeah, go ahead.
You get me where I come from? So
Yeah, man, I said it earlier, I said it earlier that St. Thomas football tend to attract the people love to support it. Just to speak to the under 17 though. The under 17, remember, we'd have had an under 17 before the major league because that's what gave rise to the teams that are playing now. Because you had to qualify, you had to play the under 17 before you can play the major league. So again, when the new cycle, we'll have to play that under 17 because when we restart the major league, come say sometime in October, it is the same under 17 that we'll be using to determine if the team would qualify. Because it has to be mandatory. I agree with you. Well, we have our Wednesday night football that we play. I don't know if you're familiar with that, and especially when we have the featured games, and I can invite you to some of the featured games. It is really a nice atmosphere out there on a Wednesday.
Yeah, I know in the way to come. We got a Wednesday night game. When we come down.
Especially where we're having the featured games with the sponsors and so. And certainly, you seem to know me well. I think this is an opportunity for us to have the conversation in a very constructive way. I think you're making a lot of sense. You're clearly dissatisfied, and therefore would love to see how we can work together.
My people that own a business at St. Thomas, right? It's a they own a plaza, right?
Yeah.
Right when you pass Bruins Guest House, for Bruins Guest House, right?
Yes.
On the right hand side, orange and green upstate with that plaza. My parents own the plaza. You understand where I come from? And any footballing situation, if you need boots or something like that, we can help support the thing that you youth them at St. Thomas. I have no problem if you buy a ball and boots and support the youth them. Why not? And then again, the under 17 tournament come up with Jeff. One look at team from St. Thomas tonight. And Dan Vaspen win it last time. Why not Dan Vaspen youth 17 are playing at the tournament? We need a good feel. Look at you them from St. Thomas,
No, so, remember how the tournament is structured. It would not allow for. Hello?
It's Premier League team.
Yeah, it's Premier League team. But I want to take you on to something, because it's important. The challenges that we have, and again, I think it's important that we have the dialogue. It's a community based businesses. What we try to do is to encourage the clubs, because the clubs also need resources. So we may see a crusher, for example, but the crusher is in a particular area aligned to a club. We can help to have the conversation, but we don't necessarily want to take away those potential resources from the clubs. And it's a model that we would have used. But I'm saying that we can have the conversation because the clubs are really crying out. And in whatever way we can, sit down and have this discussion, I think it would be very useful because they seem to know, familiar with what is happening out here.
Yeah, my family like enough look ball I go down waste look on big ball like you from St. Thomas near Keppel. I don't know if you know him, I play for Baptist.
Oh, Keppel would have come through our program seriously. And I mean, if you remember, you would have known also that our under 13 and under 15 program would have breed people like Akwasa Chunk. I remember them play. But the truth is, while we have the under 17 as mandatory, the under 13, under 15 is optional. And part of the reason for that, these clubs them struggle. So this conversation is very useful. And, I really appreciate the fact that you could take the time to have a say in terms of what is happening. What we need to do now is for us to, link up somehow where we can have that discussion, not necessarily in relation to sponsorship for the FA, but also to support the clubs because they really need it.
Yeah, but let me ask a question. We want to out license in front we call it again. Right out the license, man. Right.
Yeah, you're talking about that place that would have been instrumental in doing the construction. The construction. The construction you're referring to?
Yeah, out there. So what happened?
Yeah, man. Which is why I said to you that what we try to do, the companies that are close to, in this case, is Portman, because we don't have a licensed team and we don't have prospect. What we try to do is to allow for these clubs to benefit from these companies in the area. And probably what we need to do is we need to sit down and develop a strategy where we can approach them together. But we try not to, I would say, take away potential resources from the clubs. What we try to do is encourage them. And maybe what is needed is a conversation together in support of the clubs, because the clubs really need support also.
Yeah, but also need to have a conversation with some sponsorship in the area and also the clubs and make the clubs and lay out what they really entail. It only can get better for the
which is why I don't know if you heard this, which is exactly why I would have said we're on that pathway, because we would have all the clubs now are legal entities, and you can't go speak to nobody if you are not organized and legal. So we have gone past that.
Oh, you have to be professional.
Right. All the clubs, you may not know, all the clubs in the parish that are playing now are legal entities. But what I hear you saying, and I think it's an opportunity for us to work closer with the clubs to help them to gain some of these sponsorship. Because honestly, if the parish, if we're gonna grow as fast as we would love to, the clubs really need some help. Just like Kingston. Kingston is not what it is only because of the administrative body. If you look at all the clubs around Kingston, you will understand, how it is important for us to facilitate the growth of our clubs. So I really appreciate this conversation.
Okay, then Wayne Thompson. Ryan.
Yeah, man, and Ryan can give him a contact. I mean, because one of the things I'll be doing, as I've said, I am a relatively busy person, and the time I'm using for the football, I really want to, going forward, I really want to generate funds, not only for competitions, but also for the clubs. Because I realize if that is not happening in our parish, it's going to be difficult. So it would be useful to have your contact. And it's not about coming to get sponsorship, but more a partnership where we can have mutual benefits.
Okay, no problem.
But
no problem.
You seen yourself stepping down soon, anytime?
So like I've said to the members, I think we need the renewal. And my part, what is kind of driving that, Ryan, is the fact that I think my role, if I can focus my role on developing proposals and working with the clubs, I think it can push the parish far away. This involvement in administration and trying to get bogged down with a lot of the stuff. We're at a point now where I think it's important that we establish some kind of renewal. And I think my role will be that as such, where we work with people who have interest, who can share their resources. I can work with them on the proposal because I can write the proposals. And we have a partnership that will not only generate sponsorship, but also resources for the clubs.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Ryan, for having me on your platform.
I really appreciate it also.
All right, big up yourself, Alex. People, that's Alex, the double agent. Yeah. Big up yourself, Alex. But Prezi, what would you say to the people? Because a lot of people in the comment section unhappy with you right now, with some of the stuff that 14 years and most of the people I say accomplished not much thing since you are the president in St. Thomas, right? A lot of people have that feeling about you. What would you say to these people in the comment section where they're having voiced their opinion about
right.
you?
So Ryan, it is important that we first of all accept where we are. I have to accept that I've been there for a long time, and what we have gained over that time is significantly relatively, well, not much as we would have set out to achieve. And I do understand it's not to come on the show and then find excuses. But what I would love, Ryan, and how I see us operating, even on this platform, is where we can have dialogue. I think it's important that persons are more active in like working with parish associations, because I know there are times when we blame the parish association and say we're not doing well, and potentially we could help a lot with new ideas, help in terms of resources. Maybe we could partner also where, just as how the marketers would operate, potentially persons overseas can gain sponsorship, and we establish some kind of commission system, and you hold us accountable, especially when you seek funds to help us. we work together, and I think that relationship certainly can help with the ideas to grow the sport, but also to provide whatever resources and to hold us accountable as a parish president. Well, in this case, St. Thomas Football Association.
Wow, Prezi, why you think not just in your parish, in most of the parish them, why most parish president hold on for so long?
As I said to you, I think part of the challenge is that once you get in the system and people have confidence in you in whatever way. But I think I can't come here and not thinking that maybe some persons really love it and want to stay. That is not my aspiration. My aspiration is really to, in whatever way, to keep renewing, and which is why it's important for St. Thomas, I would think, as we seek to transition where I can play a different role, because I strongly believe that we can be successful. Other parishes, I don't know, but as I say, Ryan, sometimes we talk a lot about making the change, but we're not prepared to be active to work with the parishes to make that change that is necessary.
Have you reached out? Have you make any connection with Popcorn for him to either own a team or invest in a team to bring them up to the Premier League? Have you guys reached out to Popcorn?
So Popcorn again is, Popcorn is from Bath, right? And it's a community almost by itself. We have been having discussion with the leadership at Bath, and that is something we'd love for him to do. Because again, if you can have somebody like that taking over a team, it can drive the football, similar to how what we would have seen at Mount Pleasant, where you have an investor comes in and work with the club. It can drive the development of the parish in no uncertain manner.
Okay. So, Prezi, we have to say to the people then, because what you have to say to the people then, because I'm kind of a little bit disappointed and stuff.
So Ryan, as I said before, it's really a matter now of us. If all of us have to play a role in whatever way. And the gentleman that spoke earlier, at least we can start somewhere where we can work together to see how we can improve in whatever way. But again, we shouldn't feel that nothing is happening, because as I said to you, Baptist Alliance is doing well, and before you know it, Baptist can become part of the Premier League. Baptist also need help. So guys, the truth is, we have to also look at how we can help the sport in any way. So here's an opportunity that presents itself with Baptist, where they're actually struggling to get support, but they continue to do well. And I'm saying maybe that's a start. If we could work together to give them the support for the next 7 games, the next 6 games, that is. I think that would be of great priority at this time, because if we can get the team to the other level, I think it would help the sport in a big way. That could be a start.
Okay. I don't know, man. But anyway, Prezi, big up yourself. Thanks for coming and tell us what he has done and stuff. So I really appreciate your coming.
Thank you very much, Ryan. All the very best to the people on your platform. And as I say, let us see how we can use the opportunity at this time to give Baptist Alliance all the support. Because as I said to you, if we can provide them with that support for the next 6 games, roughly we're talking about another 800 and something thousand traveling and so forth. I think it would help in a big way because what they need at this time is the resources. And once they qualify and we have a team in the parish, trust me, it will help in a big way. Thank you very much for listening. And I'm sure this is not the end of this conversation.
Most definitely.
We'll continue to speak.
So, when last you have get any funds from the JFF for football development in the country?
We haven't gotten any for a while.
What they call for a while?
Probably more than 2 years.
2 years.
Yeah.
Wow.
I can yes, roughly that time. It's been a while since we have received funds from.
So no discussion. You guys as the parish people haven't any discussion.
Yeah, we have discussion, but I think part of the challenge, as I said to you, is the fact that we're under restriction and a lot of the funds that we're supposed to receive from FIFA, we're unable to collect the funds. And as long as it lasts, we're gonna have problems. So I am saying that we have to find ways and means now to ensure that we can treat with that restriction so that more funds can be filtered down in the parishes, at least one source, as we seek to get other financial resources to treat with other programs.
So why it's so difficult for the JFF? What is the conversation? Why it's so difficult for them to let us know when they're going to be after this program and all of them stuff there?
Well, I don't know because you I know you would have invited
Chief
Ryan, Speed and Mr. Chung on your program. What is really needed, Ryan, is for us to treat it our financial governance, spend what we earn, so you're not creating a wider deficit. You need to, so all those policies, we need to ensure that those policies are executed and working for us. We have to ensure that when funds are allocated, the funds are spent according to how we would have agreed to spend them. And we must have a plan that speaks to, how we'll spend the funds, that kind of thing. So it's a whole new ball game, and which is why I'm saying that at this juncture, we should be focusing a lot on that because there's a whole heap of funds that are not available that the JFF, I'm sure, would love to have from FIFA, but because of the restriction. So we just need to move the organization in a positive way, do what we need to do, follow the blueprint. Because there's a blueprint that is there in terms of some of the requirements. And I'm familiar with it. It's just for us to show that we are up to it. And I'm saying with this new organization, since the election, you would expect that some of those things are being focused on. But it would be useful to have these people on your show where them can come and speak to you about the JFF and how they're going to move forward.
Football gurus say spreading fake news.
In relation to what?
The FIFA money.
That we don't have funds.
And the JFF and the FIFA they're not getting all the money from FIFA to give the parish because they unway name the restriction and all of them stuff.
Yeah, man, that's the information that we have. And I'm sure you'd have heard Danny speak about it many times. So it's not coming from me. Yeah. And I'm sure you would have heard it otherwise.
But he said that JFF get all the money, footballing guru.
Well, I am not aware of that. I'm not aware.
But when last you have discussion with the Gensec and Speed and these people, when last you have that discussion?
Well, remember we just had the election about a month ago, you know.
Boy, that seems like what 5 years ago, man. Honestly.
Yeah, remember who just have the election recently, and I am aware that FIFA was here somewhere about probably about 2 or 3 weeks ago. So I don't know what is the outcome, but I'm saying to you that we have not received any funds, and as far as we are aware, there is a restriction.
Okay.
So, but I think it's important that you have one of those persons to come and speak to you. I think we owe it to the listeners and those persons on the platform to share that kind of information so that person are aware of some of the challenges, if there are challenges, and how we plan to treat with it. The JFF, that is.
So you want to big up none of your sponsor who is helping out right now?
Yeah, man, we have to big up Separate because Separate, they have really been helping in a big way to ensure that we can run the St. Thomas Football Association. And it's not only to provide us with the funding, but they're also there in terms of the execution. When you look at our when we execute these night games, the branding, I think, is top class. We have to give lift our hats also to those who would have been helping the clubs privately, and we're hoping that we can, improve on that over time.
God. Why? When footballing go a beating, man, I say, oh, you and this spread fake news.
No. But Ryan, you can get the information because it's right at your fingertips,
Really? I got, I don't know, man. Cheeky hard man and him friend them now and talk to me, bridge.
No, but I think it's important because everybody needs to be on the same page, and it's no secret. I don't think it's any secret. As I said to you, what is needed now is for us to look at some of these issues and try to improve on them so that we come off of the restriction. If we continue to be on the restriction, Ryan, and members, it's gonna cripple our football in a huge way. So it's important that we work together to ensure that we can treat with that restriction. FIFA money is a lot of money,
Anyway, Prezi, big up yourself. No love and respect. All the best
man.
for the rest of Major League games coming up tomorrow.
Thank you. Well, tonight we have games tonight,
What time?
No, remember 5 and 7, but because I was on your program.
Oh, you leave the game them. Oh, okay.
I came from Kingston directly to here, but it's happening now.
Okay.
Well, it's supposed to finish now, yeah. Because our games are 5 and 7, so it would be finished now.
Okay.
Every Wednesday night we have these games, and we have featured games every now and then.
Yeah, East Side, welcome to the show. We have the president. Talk to me.
Yeah, one I president and one touch base with Mr. Wayne, big up yourself, my next baller from Portmore, you see me?
Big boss. How you doing?
Man, I see enough people are talk say in the thing for 14 years and what you do. Well, a lot of people don't understand. St. Thomas football never get support, and we don't know when never will get support. The people in St. Thomas not support our team. Me used to play in the play Super League for Portman 5 seasons. He was the president. You see me, I say, in my time, Benfica from St. Ann go Premier League. You know why? Them get support. St. George's go, you know why? Them get support. Highgate go, them get support. You see me, I say, no, you are say, Baptist have 6 more games than need $800,000. I know say that have a trouble. Food and them things they're not involved in that.
Right.
No, tier 2, rubbish. Tier 2 are rubbish. Because when we used to play Portland, St. Mary, and St. Ann, when we forgot St. Ann 3 times, Bro, that's stressful. So just imagine now a man have to go Chilani, Clarendon, St. Elizabeth, Westmoreland. Bro, that a rubbish might a worst thing the man ever do to football. Someone ever out here to a good thing. No, bro. It can't be a good thing. If we have a confederation, Eastern, Western, South Central, and then the four winner them go play off. Then to bring back the farmer, whoever come up with a tier two something, then nah think. And then last year them used to have it where you play. Everybody play them one one time. No, them play each other 2 times. Brother, that don't make no sense. You kill out the money in pocket for something where they don't have. You see me?
I like where you went, and which is why I'm happy that you are here in the parish and understand. And which that is one of the things. If you notice tonight, all I'm asking for at this time is just to give Baptist Alliance that support for the next 6 years. That's all I'm asking for now. Because you clearly would have helped the listeners to understand.
Prezi. Seems that we lost the Prezi.
Yeah, man, but Ryan, we can't tell him, man. Yo, I struggle, man. When we used to play for Portman, Ryan.
Yeah.
One time in the day, we have all that 3 o'clock much of sentence, And if we left 10 o'clock in a Ryan, 1 o'clock till left, we can't find dollar, to give us, man, Yeah, dog. When we talk about ball, man, we not talk like some man them in the comment section. We never kick about things, but they say Alex talk about hype him up and promote him and promote people in business. If you go to Alex, them and say your roof screw, you some boots are sitting, them not run on. Alex, I want to think man, I know where that right a prospect you come from. You know you never tell you what that. The man just bro, St. Thomas are one of the roughest parish, man. The people them out there, business them out there. That them if them give a look of support, right, and then we give a look of $20,000 to put towards transportation or some food. Bro, that can't help, man. You have to be consistent. You know I get that out there over the years, my lad. Suffer my youth. One night time, yeah, go close to the Premier League, you know, my lad. But they never have enough support, my lad. Whether nobody now invest in a football out there, my youth. The year right name, the forgotten Paris, I feel like a joke, my youth. The people no remember out of them place, my youth. Until Popcorn I bring some big artists out there, sir. Our new highway a cut and bro, no government, no politics, nobody no busy with out there. And then the people out there too, they make it worse, my lord. Because sometime in life, we as the people, we are the biggest enemy, my. Because them politicians not care about them, but then jump up in a green or orange. You see me? And then when tomorrow come, then go back to square one. So them a part of the problem there. Yeah, but we are a good president, man. Why you think him in this long? Bro, that task them Monday. And nobody else now take up that pandemic. If something did deny it, them would have challenged him long time ago.
Yeah, so Ryan.
Yes, sir.
What I'm saying, the caller, and it's good to have this mix because him understand. And you see him lay out the model that has been used throughout the country, and nobody can debate it because Mount Pleasant. Which is why I'm on the ear now saying all we're asking for at this time. Just let us see if we can rally behind Alliance. And Ryan, I started this long before now with you, where I sent some messages to say, let us see how we can use the media to get the support. Because the truth is, if we get a team to enter the Premier League, as the caller said, it can transform the football. And it's a model that has worked, and we just need to use it. We're asking for the support at this time. Not for the St. Thomas Football Association, just to get the support for Baptist Alliance at this time.
Yeah, but wait, the next thing, what did really happen to the other Eastern Confederation team, them who go up, them fight and them go up, but the people, they not be consistent and give them the support that they need. That's why them team they drop out in my life.
Agree.
Yeah, man. Mike, when I play for Port Marantina, Mike, we have a whole heap of big ball line. When I St. George's, them go Premier League, them afraid that we like push, you know. But guess what? More time, Mike, other thing we are playing, we can't even get boots and them thing, them I like. So more time, the man, them are quick. 2-3 game, and man, quick. You got a match with that level, man. You got to send me run a start as much and run a action to play. My football thing at Jamaica, my get rough, my rough water center, man.
Big up yourself, Carl. Enough respect.
Yeah, man. Much appreciated. I really appreciate that.
Yes, we and I run left the people them now because I'm gonna deal with some stuff and thing.
I really appreciate it, Ryan. And as I said, this is the start of the conversation.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping at some point in time when we come and lay out now what we would have achieved going forward, you know, we can win over some of the supporters that are here. Because persons, I don't think they lick me well in this case, because it's not about whether them like, it's like spectators. When you're doing well on the field, players, you get the support. When you're not doing so well, in terms of the performance that them see, you will get the licks. So I don't have a problem presenting myself and get the feedback, because I do appreciate, notwithstanding the challenges that we have, that we need to take the parish to another level.
Okay.
So I want to thank the members on the platform for the support. I see it as support. And I'm sure that will kind of motivate others who are listening to help in whatever way, as I seek to do my play my part, you know, leading the executive.
All right. Big up yourself.
All the best. Thanks much.
Yeah. Enough respect. All right, people, big up on yourself. Danny Jet, big up to all of the man them down in the comment section. Appreciate you guys. Looking forward to have our next president on the show. But stay blessed. Big up to all of the people down in the comment section. Don't forget to check out our sponsor today, Island Best Juice. I'm out.
About it right now, guys. I want to introduce you guys to a black-owned juice mix company that is located in Boynton Beach. We want to know if you support them juice them, because to taste it is to love it. Right now, this is the Sorrel, and it is actually my favorite. If you want to try it out, you can stop by their local store in Boynton Beach, or you can always jump at their website at www.islandsbestjuices.com. First thing first, follow them on Instagram at islandbestjuice.com. Just in case I missed out anything in this ads and you never get to see it, when you follow them page, you should be able to get all information there. But it is a great product to try. Say you're running a restaurant, your customers will thank you for these juices. A whole bunch of nutritious and delicious flavors. Right now, like I said, I'm trying the sorrel. They also have like a fruit medley. They have Irish Moss, you know that good for you. They have turmeric and ginger, just to name a few, carrot and so on and so forth. They're all up and down the coast in Florida and at different restaurants and different gas stations, from Fort Lauderdale, Palm Bay, Deltona, Daytona, Tampa, Sanford, you name it, it is there in different gas stations and different restaurants. In my caption, I am going to put some of the stores that you're able to find it. But Island's Best Juices,